In this video, we'll be talking about Amazon posts. It is actually our second video covering this topic. The first video we'll find at the top of the screen and in the description of this video, where we talked about the basics of Amazon posts. We introduced this feature provided by Amazon, and today in this video you will learn how to create engaging Amazon posts. And my guest Lisett, she works with different Amazon brands. She will give you some tips how to make these posts better, what to write in them, and she will actually show you step by step how to create the post using your photos and images. And as always, don't forget to subscribe below to the YouTube channel of Orange Klik. Click the notification bell as well, because here we talk with different Amazon experts and software creators and event organizers. Hello Lisett, it's nice to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do in Amazon space?
Hi Augustus, thank you for having me here. I'm strategic partner for Amazon sellers, which means that I help Amazon sellers to manage their stores time and cost efficiently, also to manage the task and the team. And I'm also the head of international e-commerce in Estonian export agency. So I particularly help Estonian companies to export through e-commerce channels, just as Amazon is.
So earlier we have made the first video about Amazon posts where you, Lisett, shared with us the feature provided by Amazon, the basics, how it works. And today what you will be covering with us.
Yes, exactly. So in the first video, we just went through the tool because it's kind of a new tool Amazon has for brand registered sellers. And today I promise to share more in depth how to put an Amazon post together, meaning how to work with the visual side and also how to write titles, because it's very important to make a good post, because you want people to engage with your Amazon post, because the more engagement you have, the more Amazon shows your post around Amazon, and the more chances you have to make more sales.
All right, we're ready to jump to your slides.
So as we just talked about, then today I will show you how to prepare engaging Amazon posts. And for those who don't know what Amazon posts are, it's basically a social media feed for Amazon sellers, because it's really similar to Instagram, for example. Basically, you have your own feed and it consists of different posts you can make. And the posts have two main elements. The first one is a high quality image. So it's super important to have good images that grab customers' attention, because basically you have just a couple of seconds to get them interested in your product. Therefore, you want to make sure that you do everything you can to really use photos that help to tell stories about your product, but also relate with the customers. And the second part is the title. And it's important to write catchy titles, because you want to get people excited about your product. You just don't want to boringly list down your product features. Instead, you want to give them some kind of information or educate them, or just simply help them to make the purchase decision. And both of these help to increase your brand awareness, because you can choose the style of photos you use, and you can also choose the voice you use in writing titles. And as I said, today I show you how to put together a post that will work really well. As a first thing, I will tell you how to work with visuals. And before going to the photos, it's important to understand that there are different types of photos you can use for Amazon posts. First of all, you can use professional photos that are mainly the photos that you are using already in your product listing. These are the photos that you had a photographer make for you when you first launched your product. And we're especially talking about lifestyle product, because usually lifestyle product photos are the ones which display your product in the right environment, in the right setting, and really help to communicate with your customer profile. And also from the same photo shoot, you usually have some additional photos that didn't make it to the listing, because we all know that you have just certain amount of photos that you can add to the listing. So definitely go through your folders and find those additional ones, because you can now put them in use. Then, of course, there are influencer photos and customer photos, which you can use. And these are really good because you can have so many different kind of content, because influencers can show how to use your product in different environments for different purposes, etc. And you will have different people also on the photos. And when you want to work with customer photos, be sure to ask their permission first as well. Then, what we shouldn't forget is that you can make photos yourself according to your need. Because today it's so easy, because a lot of phones make really good photos. So you just have to add the product. You can make these photos at home. You can take them in the office, use your friends, use your coworkers. But I also recommend to use like a DSLR camera, because the quality will be much better. And in the post edit, you will have more options to edit the photos, and they will just look more professional overall. And when you decide to use stock photos, make sure to choose the photos that look natural and don't look like stock photos at all. So once you have gathered all the photos of your product, it's time to go to the editing tools. And when it comes to editing your photos for Amazon Post, you can choose between different paid tools, but also you can choose different free tools. Most popular paid tools probably are Adobe programs, but for example, Canva is a very cool tool which is totally free to use, and it's actually super easy too. And that's the reason why I have chosen Canva today to show you how to design an Amazon post yourself. So before you can head to any tool, you have to have some photos. And today I chose 4 photos that I planned and shot myself about the garlic press, which is a super popular example. So once you have the photos, you can go to the tool itself. And as I mentioned, today I'll be showing you how to work in Canva. So first, of course, make yourself an account and log in, and you will see that kind of interface once you want to log in. And the first step is to create an artboard or to create a project. And for that, you go to the right side on the blue button, and then you choose custom dimensions. You enter 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels, which is just one of the product photo sizes you can use for Amazon Post. There are other opportunities as well, which you can discover from Amazon seller support pages. And then the second step is to upload the photos you have chosen about your product. And for that, you have to move to the left side menu, click the Uploads button, and then from there, click this blue button. And voila, here are the photos I chose. And now I will run you through the process, how you can work around with the photos. I must say that there are like tons of options in Canva to use when it comes down to elements and colors and everything, but we try to keep everything as minimalistic as we can, because you will look more professional if you just keep everything really nice and neat. And so let's go ahead, let's add some elements, some questions, and some call to actions to the photos. So first, just click on the photo. You can track that to your Canva and resize it to fit it perfectly to the white canvas you have. And as I mentioned, in Canva, you have different templates to work with. You can also use different photos, which are free, by the way. There are different elements you can add on the photos, such as frames and shapes and charts. Then there are different options to add headings and different text types, and also different backgrounds. So for a starter, I will show how to work with different subheadings and headings, and I just chose one from here. So first thing, I just write something I want to write about my product. So it's garlic bread, please. So just a simple sentence. And then it's super easy, you just have to drag along the board to resize it. You can change the font size, and then you can place it wherever you want. So in this photo, I will just simply place it here. And basically one post is ready. So let's go to another one. But here I want to show you how to use templates to actually work out a set of elements and set of fonts and colors to keep using with your posts. And the fun thing about templates is that you can actually delete a couple of elements that you don't want to use, so you don't have to work with them the way Canva suggests you to do. So I will take the same photo, as I took the first time. I will place it again on the Canva. And here, what you have to do is to right-click on the photo. Just a second, right-click on the photo to send it to back, and then you can work with the elements and fonts. So first thing, I will adjust a little bit about the fonts because I don't want the text part to be too big on the photo, because overall the photo is the main thing on this post. Then I will adjust the element a little bit. And then the red color is not the color I want to go for. I want to have more natural tone because we're talking about garlic, something that is coming from the nature, something that is good for your health. So I will write the title. Let's say it's a garlic bread 101 because I want to get people excited. Perhaps I share some secrets about how to make a perfect garlic bread. And I also had a call to action, which in this case is let's get cooking. So I adjust the title size again. So as you can see, it's super easy to work with it. You can change basically all the elements all the time when you are in the process of designing your post. So it seems almost like it's ready, but I'm not satisfied enough. So I changed the layout of the element a little bit, and I will also change the color of the main heading. And I will not make it white. I will make it a little bit warmer, a little bit more yellow. And basically now we are all ready with this one. And what's cool about Canva is that once you finalize this post, I just hit duplicate page and I can have the same photo on the next project. So I simply delete the first photo, add a new one. Again, like I showed you, you resize the photo, you do the right click, you send that to back, and you just have to change the headings. It's as simple as that. It just takes a couple of seconds and we already have a new post, which is exactly with the same style as the first post. As you can see, when your title is a little bit longer, you can just adjust the box and you can make it work. And it's ready. So let's make another one. Just activate the photo, delete this one, take a new photo, again, place it around the Canva to fit it right. Then right click on the photo, send it to back. And again, write the title. So you can get super creative. And as you can see, it takes just a couple of seconds. As on this photo, there is a lovely couple. I wanted to include the word love in it. So I just ask a question, love garlic. So it makes you just like smile a little bit and you want to know more what I will be writing in the title. And then the fourth photo, let's do this one as well, because here I want to show you what happens when you have thought that you have an element and design you can use for all your photos, but when you realize that perhaps the font color you chose isn't working as good as it should for all the photos. So here you can see I will write the longer title, and what happens with the end of the title is that you really can't see it. And imagine if you are seeing this post on your phone, you really can't see it. So I tried to adjust the photo a little bit to see if it will work out better. It doesn't. So I just put it back like it was in original way. But in this case, I will solve this one just by changing the title and making it a little bit more shorter. So you have to stay creative, even if you have like a system in place already. And that way, it just took a couple of minutes basically to make 4 different posts. And the next step is to download those. What's awesome about Canva is that you can download these photos all together. You don't have to do it separately. And once you close this page and come back later, you will have everything in the same way. So you can come back tomorrow or the next day and you can continue making the same kinds of posts in the same project. So first thing, hit the download button on the right side and then the bluish download button. The suggested file type by Canva is usually PNG, which works really well for us. And ta-da, we have those photos in our computer now. So before we just had really simple and neat lifestyle photos without any elements or any call to actions or questions. And now we have photos that are designed in a way that if you see those photos, you understand that these are from the same brand. So that's a really good thing to do. And if you are starting to design Amazon post layout for the first time, a great suggestion is to first make around 10 posts, design them, download them, and then upload them to Amazon. Why you have to do that is that sometimes during the process, you understand why some of the elements or some of the fonts or some of the colors doesn't work. For example, here I can say that on the right side photo with the couple, the font color of the main heading isn't that good because it's rather difficult to read that. So I might want to change that. So you want to make around 10 posts, test them out. And once you see they are working good, you can assign this task of doing Amazon posts to a team member or outsource as well, but you already have a system in place and that helps to save your time. And here's my first tip for you today, is that if you already have brand style guidelines, like a CVI, then keep using the same elements, fonts and colors you already use throughout your listing, because that helps to increase your brand awareness. But if you don't have a brand style yet, then choose only 1 to 2 elements, fonts, and colors, because less is more, and you want to keep everything within the same style and to be consistent. So once we have finalized working on the image side, it's time to work on the copy. And first, you need ideas what to write about. So I usually divide finding ideas into 2, on Amazon and off Amazon. And when it comes to on Amazon, of course, one of the first places you go for when you're finding ideas is looking at Amazon posts. Here it's super important to go further than your own direct competitors. See what are the posts about the cars, about the, I don't know, beds, whatever, because you can get super creative when you see others' posts and then try to make the same kind of post about your own product. Then, of course, go through the question and answer section, because you can get ideas what questions customers have in their heads, and then you can try to answer them with your posts. Of course, take a look at the listing reviews, especially the negative ones, because from there you get information how to cover some of the objections your customers might have, which keep them away from adding your product to their shopping cart. So that's really valuable information for you. And of course, have a look at the competitor product listings as well to see what are their selling points that they use. And when we talk about finding ideas off Amazon, then definitely one of the most powerful ways is to be in the customer's shoes. So think, if you would be the customer, what would you think? What would be your fears? What are the questions you have? Just try to be there, and then you be sure you have many ideas what to write about in order to encourage them to make the purchase decision. And as always, when it comes down to creating different content about products and companies, it's a good idea to scroll around in different social media platforms as well, because you will get a lot of ideas from there as well. When we talk about the Amazon posts and writing titles, it's very important to understand that there are different types of titles you can use for Amazon posts. So what it means is that different types of posts actually have different results as well. And today I will introduce you 3 of the post types that have improved to work the best with the Amazon post. And the first type is helping to choose the right product. So what could happen in Amazon is that people are scrolling for products that they want to purchase, but they don't know based on what they should make the purchase decision. They don't know what are the product features they should look for. So you can be in the role of that little helper who helps to choose the right product. And here is one example I made about garlic press. So you can make a screenshot and read it later, because I won't read it out loud right now. But this is definitely one really good title type and post type to use in order to relate with your customers and encourage them to purchase your product. Then the second one is definitely one of my favorites. This is customer story. The thing with customer story is that if I remember correctly, then posting customer reviews is not allowed by Amazon. So this is a great alternative to that, because we all know that telling stories is a very powerful selling tool, and you can use the same logic here with Amazon posts as well, because people relate with stories the best, and they just feel that you are not actually selling them something, rather you're telling them a story that makes them believe that your product is the right one for them. And the third one that works really well is what I like to call question while relating with customer. With this post type, you can address the pain the customers have. So for example, with the garlic, are you tired of always having your hands smell like garlic after you bake some garlic bread? That's something, this is a problem that a lot of people have who are baking garlic bread, and perhaps who are baking garlic bread often. They know they have this pain, so you can explain why your product helps to solve their problem, and they understand why your product will be helpful for them and why it will make their cooking experience more pleasant. So these are just 3 types you can use. I won't be able to cover all the different types today, but in order to help you a bit more, I put together a freebie with different title types, and there are example titles as well to get you started better. So what you can do with the example titles is that you go through my example and you try to write similar title about your own product. And to download this file, you just have to go to my website /Amazon post type. I'm sure Augustus will have the link in the description as well. So just get creative. And when we take together everything that I share with you today, then the most important part about Amazon posts and when creating Amazon posts is to know your customer. And you have to know what makes them engage with your post. So it's very similar to regular social media. So if you haven't done any social media content before, it's definitely worth following somebody who is sharing the content relating to that. And you can learn a lot in just a few hours. Then the second thing is to use high quality visuals. Definitely, I recommend to use lifestyle photos like this one in example, something that brings out emotions from the viewers and something that places your product in its natural environment, because people relate that better. Third, keep your consistent style, because less is more. Like I said, think out couple of elements, couple of colors, couple of fonts, and just keep using them. It's okay to change your style sometimes if you are like developing it, but try to keep throughout your post like similar kind of elements. Then of course, write catchy titles. The best tip is to be in the customer's shoes. So write about what customers actually want to read about. They don't want to know that you have 100% refund guarantee to your product. They want to read why they should use your product and what are the benefits they get when they use your product. And of course, use call to actions, both in the title and on the photos like I show you here. And I hope everybody could get a couple of good tips out of my today's presentation. And if you have any questions, then I'm happy to answer, but also don't forget to download the freebie I provided to you. So thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Lisett, for these insights and tips. And could you please compare Amazon posts with Facebook? Do you think that Amazon posts are addictive and people are staying there and browsing through the posts, or it is more occasional viewer which comes on the product listing, they see the post, and then they will probably not come back to your profile?
Okay, that's a good question. Myself, I'm not the user of Facebook anymore. I rather use Instagram myself. But with Amazon Post is the thing that it actually takes a part of the listing page. So whenever you are looking at the product page on Amazon and scroll down to the reviews, it's around customer question section. So these are like small elements on that page. And when you have a really good photo there, which catches customer attention, they want to click there and read more. So that's a way to drive traffic from, let's say, from your competitor's page to your own product page, because each post is connected to a product, which means you can drive traffic directly to your own product page. So I would not say it's something you stay and scroll around a lot, but if you are looking for a product to purchase, you definitely see those posts and you might look around a little bit.
Are posts without images allowed, or it should be with photos?
That's a good question. No, you can't make a post without adding a photo. So 2 of the main elements is the photo and the title.
Thank you very much, Lisett, for all your presentation. And those who are watching, please find the link below to Lisett's website, where she have prepared for you additional information about Amazon posts, which you can download. And for now, thank you very much and good luck in your business. Bye bye.
Thank you and bye.
I do hope this video was useful for you and you learned something new and you are starting to implement Amazon posts in your marketing strategies. And before you go, don't forget to watch this video. This is the first video we recorded with Lisett, where she's explaining the basics of this feature provided by Amazon.